So in this video, we're going to look at 3 problems that involve a triangle's area. So the first one, a triangle has base 32 centimetres and perpendicular height 1.3 metres. Calculate the area of the triangle in square centimetres. Now remember that the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the perpendicular height. Now we have the base 32 centimetres, we've got the height 1.3 metres. We want the area in square centimetres, so it makes sense to convert the height into centimetres, so 130 centimetres. Now we've got a choice here. We could either halve base times height, so we could work out base times height and then halve it, or you could halve the base and then multiply that by the height, or you could halve the height and multiply that by the base. It's really up to you, okay? Quite often people go half base times height as in half the base times by the height. So what we could do is halve the base, which is 16 centimetres, and then multiply that by the height, which is 130 centimetres. Okay, so this is probably the fastest way to do it. So 6 times 0, 6 times 3 is 18, 1 times 6 plus the 1 is 7, bring in a 0, 1 times 0, 1 times 3, 1 times 1, add those together, we get 0, 8, 10, 2, so the area is 2080 square centimetres. So, as I said, there were alternatives to this. So you could have done 130 times 32. So 2 times 0, 2 times 3, 2 times 1. Bring in a 0, 3 times 0, 3 times 3, 3 times 1. Add those together. 0, 6, 11, 4. And then halve that number. So we've done base times height and then we can halve it. So 4160 divided by 2. 2 to the 4 go twice. 2 to the 1 goes 0, remainder 1. 2 to the 16 go 8. 2 to the 0 go 0. So you get your 2080 that way. So it's really up to you which way you go about that. So that's the first one. So the second one, the area of a triangle is 1.2 square metres. Its perpendicular height is 40 centimetres. Find the length of the base in metres. Now, we know the area is in square metres, and we've got the height in centimetres. And we need to find the length of the base. So, because the area's in square metres, it probably makes sense, and we want to find the length of metres, to convert everything into metres. So we have the area is 1.2. We've got the half. We need the base. And we've got the height, 40 centimetres. So I'm going to write that as 0.4. 0.4 metres. So, what do I need to do? Well, there's a couple of ways you could go about this. You could divide the area, the 1.2 by the 0.4, and then double it. Or you could double it first. So if we multiply through by 2 first, we're going to get 2.4 is the base times 0.4. And then the base is equal to the 2.4 divided by 0.4. Now, personally, I don't like dividing by decimals, so I'm going to get rid of the decimals by multiplying top and bottom by 10. So 24 over 4. Now, 24 divided by 4, well, that's 6. So that means that the base in metres is 6 metres. Okay? And so that is the length of the base as required. Right, number 3, we have a triangle drawn. We have a base of 6 meters. We've got this length is 14 meters. This length is 6 meters. And the height is 5 meters. Find the area of the triangle in square centimeters. So you've been given these lengths, that 6 and that 14, as red herrings. Okay, because all we need is this length here, that 6 and that 5, the base and the perpendicular height. Now, our area, remember, is 1/2 base times height. So the area will be equal to 1/2 times by the base. Now, we want it in square centimetres, so I'm going to convert these into centimetres. We've got 600 centimetres. And then we've got 500 centimetres. Okay. Now, we can either do 600 times 500 and then halve it, or we could do 1/2 times 600 and then times by the 500. There's all sorts of ways you could do this. Let's do 1/2 of 600. So that's 300 times the 500. Well, 3 times 5 is 15. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So the area is 150,000 square centimetres.